Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Ternate into Random New World. It's been a while now since I played the last episode. I don't think I've played this game since before Christmas. So that would mean it's over a week now since I've played this campaign, but we are back. It's now 2 days before New Year's Eve. Well, technically 1 day because it's late, but let's not get into that. Anyways, so yeah, where were we? Yeah, I haven't done this in a while. Did we? Guess we've already... yeah, that's right. We did take expansion. What are we planning on doing? Annexing Ternate. Well, I have a lot of troops over here, so it seems like I intend to do something dumb to the Chinese. But who knows? Who knows what I intend to do? Maybe I just was at war and I don't know. How am I supposed to know that? I assume I want to invade this guy because I do want to feed, well, I guess my vassal hasn't, no, my vassal hasn't cored anything yet, so I guess maybe I already was at war. Yeah, that might make more sense. I was just at war and now, Alright, so I've looked through things and I'm pretty sure we just were at war with China, or UE to be specific, and whoever they were allied to. Because we have truces with a lot of them. Yeah, so I assume that's what's been going on. However, our truce with Portugal is going away soon, so I think they are the ones next on the list to invade. Because I need to get provinces closer to Europe so that I can ally Austria, which is going to really speed up my involvement in Europe. Oh, new king. Hey, he's better than the previous one. How good. Do we have an heir? Nope. Well, he's young. He will hopefully be able to go off, get some kids, and we have noble rebels? Oh yeah, not our noble rebels. Ooh, well, let's get the same patron deity as always, the guy who gives us core creation cost discount. Obviously. Also, speaking of finished colonies, I've been getting some, well, one comment really, commenting on how my colonial policy, if you will, has not been optimal. He was commenting about how I shouldn't be focusing so much on the New World and I should be focusing much more on the East Indies. Because even a single province like the Spanish one in the Malacca trade node does give the Spanish quite a lot of trade power because of the trade company they can form. So... and I guess that's a fair point. I'm not gonna lie, one of the reasons I have been giving the New World a bit more attention than maybe it strategically deserves is because it's, you know, it's the freaking name of the series. It's Ternate into New World, so that's been a focus. Because I don't know, I wanted to do some fun stuff as well, but I will try and fix this later on when we do invade Spain and Britain and try and retake these. And well, I will retake them. It shouldn't be too horribly difficult. But just as a little tribute to the fact that I do read my comments, I will use the fact that a colony was finished. Come on, game, why do I not have any... Oh, there's the truce with Portugal. I was trying to have a cool moment here. What the where's my... Where are my colonists? Are they all okay, well... Well, never mind then. That's not happening then. Well, I mean, still. It's now episode 11, I think, or 12? 12 maybe? And that comment was on episode 9, and I feel like I've done pretty well in the East Indies. Anyways, let's get ready for war with Portugal. A new heir to the throne has arrived. He is kind of crap, but, you know, it is what it is. Oh wait, really? Well, that was like the one part of the plan I did not think about. I don't even have a freaking casus belli against Portugal. How am I gonna get my hands on that? Right, so I think I might have come up with something. If we send a colonist over here, that'll give us a border with this place. I don't know if that's gonna immediately give us a colonist, but it is the only thing I've come up with so far. Yeah, completely annexing all we could at the moment. That probably wasn't very smart. Oh well. Damn it, you dipshit. Why are you taking so long? Who knows? Well, I guess the huge sea in between our capital and the place has something to do with it. Regardless though, while we were doing that, I just did a casual little invasion over here. You know, no big deal. Just your regular Ternate business. Oh, that is a An uncomfortable amount of admin to spend. And I who wanted to improve technology. Oh well. Alright, we have colonialism against freaking Brittany. You know, that's not exactly what I intended to get. However, I can fabricate a claim. The game is just being dumb about it and just doesn't give me automatic thing. Or maybe it does. Maybe it just gives me against this guy. It should have been a pop-up though, shouldn't it? Portuguese... Wait, hold on. This is... Oh, okay, never mind. Damn it, this is not even a colony. For fuck's sake. Well, I should have checked that now, shouldn't I? Is this a colony? Can I colonize over here now? No, I can't. Damn it. Well, can I conquer him? Do I have range to get over here? No, of course I don't. Damn it. Portugal. Why you do this, Portugal? Now, I was just about to say that we cannot invade Portugal, and maybe Britain should be like another potential. However, the British and the Spanish just went to war against each other. Okay, so Britain is supporting some derpy colonies' bid for independence. Interesting. Yeah, I don't think the British can win that unless they have naval superiority, which they might have actually. That is the main argument for me not going to war against him. I don't know how long that war is going to last, but if it can last long enough for me to be able to get some navies going, then there might still be hope. Ooh, Baminis have internal conflicts. Hopefully that's not going to completely break him, or maybe I do want him to break. I'm not sure, honestly. I don't know what ally I would use to replace him though. Persia is around. I could use him. Actually, that would be pretty good. I can use him to beat up Yarkand, which I definitely want to beat up at some point. Right now, like for those who wonder, the main reason I'm not just going mental invading everyone in Asia right now is I am trying to wait for admin technology 17, which will give me the first level of admin efficiency, which is something I should have gotten ages ago, but I just haven't because, you know, shit, well, I've been spending my points on other things, but I really need to start catching up on that stuff. Also, oh man, another good argument for that is that the technology after that, I can get another idea group, which will finally give me something to spend my military points on. Right, so I know I said we weren't going to take any land, but this stuff will be overseas, so there's that. So it's going to be a bit cheaper at least. And I do want to do something. I don't like sitting around doing nothing. And since I got this freaking colony, I might as well use it, right? Yes. Holy shit. Why did I just get absolutely wrecked? Who the hell knows? Well, now he's getting wrecked, so I don't know what that was all about, but that was nasty. I need to send my navy over and pick up some more troops. Alright, so I think we've figured out a peace deal here. There's no point in dragging this war out. I only want 4 provinces, so then I'll get a colonial nation over here. And then I'll keep attacking them later on, so that we can get more land and expand our glorious new colonial nation. God knows what I'm going to call this one, though, if not Gopiland. Can there really be a colonial nation not called Gopiland? I guess we'll have to find out. It'll be a thing we need to learn. Discover new secrets. There it is. 3 heavy ships. Yeah, I don't know what I don't know exactly what the Spanish have been up to, but they have wrecked the British Navy. Now's the time to invade. Definitely. Get the dipshits on the boats. We are going to Britain. Although honestly, when I look at it, I'm starting to wonder what exactly we are going to gain from invading Britain, because there's no way we can get a province that borders close enough to Austria for him to ally us. So that doesn't help. And there's no provinces that allow us to border Portugal, so there's no way to get a casus belli against the guy I actually need to fight. Which sucks balls. Maybe I just fight the Spanish. Well, damn it, Sir Simerson, get away from my buttons. There it is. Maybe the Spanish are lacking in naval strength. Although the fact that they won that, yeah, no, they have even more than the British had to begin with. So, yeah, the invasion of Spain really does need Austria as a helper. Might just do a no CB war. I'm getting tired of this shit. Alright, so I think I have actually come up with a way we can pull this off. It's kind of stupid, but it's probably going to be cheaper to just abandon a province in India and quote-unquote give that back to Portugal than to actually do a no-CB war. I hope this does not give us what do you call... Okay, maybe not giving him a fort is not the brightest idea. So let us do this province instead. It does have one more development, but oh well. Or never mind, that'll go to Orissa, so that's not gonna do the trick. Yeah, I don't know where the local Indian corps have gone from this province, but I don't want to give away an estuary, so I guess it is this province then. We will just have to siege the fort. That shouldn't be an issue. So yeah, we will quote-unquote abandon this province. And can we invade you now? Well, I guess we need a claim first. Yep, that's the stupidity of it. We need to reclaim the province we just quote-unquote gave away. Yes, Gib colonial shit blocks. Alright, I'm coming for you, Portugal. You cannot hide from me anymore. It is 5 years too late. However, we are now ready to go to war. And Gujarat, what? Are you taking my CB away from me, you dipshit? What is this? Well, now's the time to go to war then, I guess. Give me technology and let us invade Portugal before our casus belli becomes invalid. That would be a real shame if that happened. I'm not gonna call him Baumanis, I can't be bothered. There's no real reason to not co-belligerent Scotland, is there? Actually, well, never mind. I was about to ask, like, ooh, I can vassalize Scotland. Oh, that could still be interesting. Having a little vassalized Scotland ruling the British Isles. Well, the northern part anyways, depends on how much I care to feed them. That could be a nice way to get influence in Europe. More importantly, it's going to give me an easy springboard to constantly invade the British Isles, which is going to allow me to nom up the colonial nations of Britain. So they do not have any other allies, so that might be a bit of a side goal in this war. So yeah, we'll co-belligerent you. Hope that, although vassalizing Scotland is probably going to give us a crap ton of aggressive expansion, because he has gone absolutely mental when it comes to developing his provinces. It wouldn't surprise me if this was the most developed province in the game. Look at this shit. For some reason he has not been doing too much in admin, but 43 development. Yeah, let's take a look at Constantinople. 39, okay, well, still. The fucking Sørøyar, or Western Isles, I guess, are more developed than the city of the world's desire. That is interesting. Alright, we're gonna finally get ourselves admin 17, which will give us administrative efficiency. So that's gonna simplify conquest to some extent, not an amazing amount, but still, it will be nice. Wait. Oh shit, we integrated Champa? Ah! No, I did not mean to do that. Damn it! Shit. Okay. Well, Champa is no longer a thing. I did not pay attention. Did he even finish coring everything? He didn't! You useless little shit. Damn it. That's frustrating. Okay, well, we can't feed him anymore then. Well, I guess we'll limit our expansion into Canton. Well, we'll take Canton and we'll take these two provinces then. So I guess it's not the end of the world, it's just a bit annoying. And hey, now we're actually going to gain some diplo power. How about that? Yeah, these forts, they don't need to be a thing. We have far too many forts in this, general region. Yeah. No! Our heir died! No, he didn't. Our king died. Well, that sucks even more, because now we have a regency. No! Damn you, game! Seriously? Well, I still want my court creation guy. Well, maybe since we're... well, is this the deity of the heir, or does this count as the deity of the actual regency council? Because that makes a difference, because if it's not the heir, I might actually do missionary strength. Although, no, I shouldn't. I should still do Shiva, because I will be coring some land, so... Having that discount is always worth it, I guess. Oh no! We no longer accept Central Thai. We have become too strong for the Thai people. Oh well. Right, so naval battle is going down, and okay, so we did actually win that. That's good. That does prove that despite my crap technology, my ships are still worth something at least. And why is Mali fighting the Portuguese? Exactly? Aren't you a protectorate? I thought you couldn't do that. What is this madness? The attacker, again, the Malian conquest of Cape Verde. Yeah, see, that's not gonna happen, Mali. That just sort of happens to be my province. Well, I'm gonna take the fact that you have a huge army over here as a bit of a hint that I can also safely slap an army down here. And there we go, we are now beginning the colonization of the last province in the Philippines. How about that? How about that, Olimor? I am colonizing the East Indies. So are the Spanish, though. Yeah, we might want to do something about this whole problem over in Australia. Oh god, look at that colonial growth. How do you do that? Well, I guess it's because the province isn't tropical or anything other shitty. Oh, but still, 150 in this tropical place? Well, I guess that's arid. Still, what is my growth? Nothing near that, is it? Yeah, it's 115. Can I tell why the Spanish are so strong? Probably just technology, actually. Yeah, from technology, 74. Okay, well, I guess I need to be teching up then. Level 23. That shouldn't make that much of a difference. Oh well, who cares? Let's at least start working on that. No! The heir has fallen ill! God, did he live? Oh, yes. The Gapi dynasty cannot end now. I don't care if he's crap at this point. I just want my darn dynasty to live. Damn it, my colonies keep finishing. But I've run out of new places to, or places where I've already sort of gone ahead and made genocide of the local populations. So until I can get my, you know, shit around and actually get some more of those places, I guess we're just going to be focusing on these islands that have so limited people or population that that we can easily colonize them, hopefully anyways, without too much interference from the natives. Alright, we can now get our next idea group. Right? No? Oh, invest in a new idea. Oh, we're not quite there in tech yet. Oh well. Now we are though. So let's get that sweet level 18 admin, which will grant us another idea group. I say... That's difficult. Like, I want that adaptability so bad. I feel like it would be so good to get my hands on that. But, like, how long until the next idea growth of that? That's 22. No, that feels a bit crazy. So let us actually go ahead and just get offensive ideas. And start filling that shit out. We should probably also cancel a policy now. I do want that one, but the inspirational leaders is not quite as useful anymore. So how do I get rid of it? Are you sure you want to repeal? Yes. Because that drains your military power, but now I actually want my freaking military power. Well, I always did want it, but now I need it even more. Alright, so I have now been sitting around doing nothing for about 10, well, maybe not 10 minutes, but still some time, because our colonies over here are done, and it is now time for a new colonial nation to be born. So of course I've been sitting around trying to come up with a name for it, and I have sort of come up with something, because I was thinking, like, when I make names in this game, you know that I like to make names that are not completely silly, but not super serious either. Although I don't want to name my colonies like Dank Mimia, even though that would be pretty dank. It's not just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right when I play EU4. So what I was actually thinking, since I am incapable of coming up with original names, that is just something I can't do, I guess. what we will be doing instead is I will name the colony after something already existing, which I've already done down here. I've been naming these clays after our glorious dynasty. However, other places in other, colonies in the New World and shit have been named after just random people. Like, wasn't America itself named after a dude? I don't think it was just called America, but, he had some name related to America. Correct me if I'm wrong there. I am wrong a lot. However, I know Colombia. Colombia, is that named after Columbus? Or, well, okay, again, I'm not completely sure about that. However, Bolivia, that was named after Bolivar, right? My point is, countries in the New World, well, a lot of them get named after people. So what I'm thinking is we're going to do the same. But because this is a YouTube channel, we are going to name the colonies after some subscribers. So for now anyways, this is going to be a tradition. However, any colonial nations on this colony or on this continent will be Gopiland, so they will be like western, middle, northern, as many as I can come up with of Gopiland. But whenever I make colonial nations on other continents, I will now start to name them after subscribers. I will name them after, well, I guess primarily I'll name them after people who comment in the comment section on my Ternate Canning to Random New World campaign. And I will not name it after you if you have some dumb name, and I might edit it a bit. I'm not going to just write in the name of the channel, but say if your channel name is Bob, I'll call it either like Bobland or Bobania or something like that. Because Bolivar was called Bolivar, he wasn't called Bolivia. Although, maybe he was in a different language? I honestly don't know. Please enlighten me in the comments, but I think I have found a commenter who I will name my first colonial nation after. And that will be Joe Soul, who keeps asking me in the comment section to make an episode in Norwegian. To him, I guess I will just say, jeg er ikke helt sikker på om jeg kommer til å gjøre det, men takk for kommentaren. So, I think he's Norwegian, because he has written God lille julaften in in episode 5. So we will name this colony Joe Solia. Joe Solia. He does also, his full YouTube name, for those who do wonder, is Joe Soul 123, but as I said, I'm not gonna have numbers in my colonial names, so this will have to do. Joe Solia. Hopefully I didn't misspell it, but I can always change it if it becomes necessary. So yeah, there we go. The new colonial nation of Josolia. Let's give it some time to update. So, there it is. Also Portugal wants peace, but Portugal can eat shit. Josolia, this is a good tradition. Like, look at that. Now there's also a really good motivator. Well, a good motivator for some anyways, to leave comments. I don't know what I'm going to make like the requirements. I think I'm just gonna pick some random people who seem to be interested in the videos, because this guy has kept nagging me for an episode in Norwegian, but he also says like, he seems to enjoy the episodes though, so I feel like this will be my compensation for not making an episode in Norwegian for him. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never do an episode in Norwegian, I'm just saying it's not on my to-do list. I do know I have an over-average amount of Norwegian viewers, but still, I feel like that would exclude some. Also, there's something super weird about talking Norwegian on YouTube. Like, my brain is just wired to speak Norwegian, or I mean speak English with my crappy accent. It becomes weird when I all of a sudden have to speak Norwegian. Also, I said he was nagging me to do an episode on Norwegian. I'm of course not saying that it's annoying or anything. I always appreciate comments. No! Damn it, Britain! Why you do this? Why do you crush my dreams? Damn it! That's frustrating. Now there will be no Scottish vassal. I guess that's not too big of a deal. Maybe we'll wait until I can get custom vassals, and I'll make some domination in Europe. Although not too dumb. As I said, I do like to make things sort of semi-dumb, but not completely unrealistic, because this is not an unrealistic name. Josolia is a fine name. Also, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that name. Anyways, now we might as well peace out with Portugal then. Or not, because he just doesn't feel like it. Demanding... What are you talking about? Oh yeah, is it these provinces over here? Yeah, it is. Well, can I get 5 provinces in this region? Okay, I can indeed get 5 provinces without having to do anything more in this war. So I think this will be it. We'll get 5 provinces over here to create ourselves another colonial nation who we can then feed land. And I completely missed that this guy was still a colony. I probably could have used that as a way to get a casus belli, but oh well. We will be taking back this province though. Now I don't know if there are any other islands I have missed. Some Portuguese clay around that I have completely forgotten about. I don't think there is. And we don't need Portugal to own this anymore, because now we will border him over here in Europe. We will take over what was the Spanish colonies during the Spanish colonization. Well, I mean the Spanish had some shit down here as well, but you know. This was Spanish. Not too relevant. I guess more relevant for this game is that it is in the Sevilla node. Which is, for me, just going to be a big fuck you to Portugal and Spain. Like, hey, I got stuff. Might be a bit risky though. Spain could probably do some landings over here whenever we go fight them, but it shouldn't be the end of the world. It's going to be overseas anyways, so not too big of a deal. Portugal will revoke their course. It doesn't hurt us to do that. It just grants us more prestige, and I see no wrong with it. So sure, we'll do that. Maybe even some war operations? Oh yeah, he really wants peace. So we will grant him his wish. And we will peace out. There it is. So, look at that. They don't even have any freaking revolt risk. That's great. Man, we are one tolerant nation. Except when it comes to religion. Speaking of religion, can I get a freaking religious advisor already? I really want to convert faster. I know it's not actually necessary to convert, but I still want to, so... So I intend to. Look at this. Since our units are exiled, we can actually walk them all the way back to India. I think I might just do that. I don't think they take attrition when they're exiled. Or what is it called in this game? Yeah, it's called exiled. So, I see nothing wrong with that. Let us ally Austria. Oh, so good. So good! Oh, you going down, Spain. You're going fucking down. Once I get out of this regency, I will murder you. I will murder you, Spain. Destroy your face. What? Fortification neglected. Call me when I give a fuck. Yeah, so we'll need to start transporting troops back home. I don't know if I'm gonna go to war with Spain as the first thing I do once I'm out of the regency, or if I'm gonna go fight Yarkand. I do want to get some of these lands over here while I still have claims on all of that. However, there is an argument that could be made for waiting, like focusing pretty much solely on colonial stuff until I can lower my the cost of coring stuff even further. That might be kind of okay actually. Well, although I do still want some lands over in the Bengal area. I do want more power here. It's actually gone down. Who's stealing my power? Bominus is... damn it, Bominus. Yeah, might be an argument actually for... what is it called? Like block... the thing where you fuck him up. What is that called? See, now I really want to know. Embargo! That is it. Embargo. Yeah, I don't know how much an embargo would help, but that is a potential thing to do. So yeah, let us fabricate on this guy, because he is in the Bengal trade node, and I do not accept the existence of other nations in my trade node. Can't be having that now, can we? So I guess we are going to war against Bengal, but maybe we'll just focus on taking his lands. I don't know. We'll look into it. I think we'll think about that in the next episode though, because this one should be long enough by now. As always, I'm not completely sure about that, but let us hope. I've been recording for 2 hours now to make this episode, so it's going to be interesting to see how much that translates into when I'm done editing. So, thanks so much for watching this episode. And remember, if you comment on my videos, there is always a chance that I will name a colonial nation after you. So, how about that? Anyways, thanks so much for watching, and until next time, bye.